Ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the top 20 so far here in 2019. So let's start this list off at number 20 with Aurora Legends. Now, Aurora Legends is an idle game, and I'm not the type of person to scoff at idle games. I do enjoy them from time to time, but something about this game didn't really stick with me. However, it does have fantastic art style, a very nice aesthetic, but I didn't really like the combat. I know, I'm talking about combat in an idle game. I thought the combat could have been presented a lot better, and I didn't really like the grid-based adventure mode. However, looking at the reviews of this title, this one is actually doing pretty well. So if you're looking for a brand new idle game, give Aurora Legends a try at number 20. Moving on over to number 19, the second and the final idle game on this list, Harbinger's Infinity War. Now, this is actually a pretty interesting title. So it originally came out as another game with a different title, different gameplay. The game didn't do really well, so the developers took the game down and then reimagined it as Harbinger's Infinity War. Now, I overall like the look of this game. The anime art style and the anime cutscenes when you do ultimates were very well received. However, being an idle game, you have to really kind of tread that line. And I think this game went a little too far when it came to hard progress walls. There were some progress walls in this game that would take you a week of idling before you can get past if you decided not to spend money. And I think that was really the death call for this game because a lot of people fell off once they saw that you really couldn't progress at a decent tick. But I do think the game is pretty decent overall if you can get past those humps or if you really don't take the game seriously. And this is like your 4th or 5th game on your rotation. So that is a number 19, Harbinger's Infinity War. Coming in at number 18, Rebirth. So this is one of those auto-play, auto-quest, auto-pathing, auto-grinding mobile MMOs. Overall, the game was well made, but you're either gonna love this type of game or hate it. The only thing I thought that really set this game apart was the fact that it had a little less red dots than normal. If you ever play these games, they quickly kind of devolve into just like a red dot simulator, and this one, not so much. So that's really the only positive thing I can say about it, but if you like this genre, maybe give it a try. Rebirth at number 18. Coming in at number 17, Attack on Titan Assault, a QTE combat system hero collector. Yes, you heard me correctly, a QTE quick time event combat system hero collector, officially licensed and brought to you by GameSama. Now, a lot of people instantly wrote this game off as soon as they saw the combat system. However, I will say if you're one of those players that mostly play these games on autoplay anyway, throw it on autoplay ×2 and then the QTE ceases to be an issue. So that is that. Now, do keep in mind the game is brought to you by GameSamba, so it's very unpolished and a little janky, and it does have a VIP system, but where else are you going to play an officially licensed Attack on Titan game? So number 17, Attack on Titan Assault. Number 16 goes to Lyn the Lightbringer. Now, artistically, you're not going to find another hero collector that looks anything like this game. Me, myself, personally, I didn't really like the art direction, but looking at the overall consensus of the community, I'm definitely in the minority. However, what does hold this game back is the overall optimization of the game. The load times are extremely long, and the UI elements are very unresponsive. If they can fix those, they absolutely have a winner on their hands. Subjectively, a unique art style and all of the hero collecting features that you want, raiding, PvP, guilds, campaign, side stories, all of that. So maybe wait on Lyn the Lightbringer to do a couple optimization patches and then jump into it. Number 16, Lyn the Lightbringer. 15 goes to Ragnarok M Eternal Love. Now, this game does not play like your typical mobile MMO. This game plays like the PC version of Ragnarok Online, through and through. So if that's what you're looking for, it is a very acquired taste and it's an extremely grindy game. However, you can party it with people and kind of alleviate a lot of that grind. My Discord played this game for the longest time, so there's definitely an appeal there. And like I said, if you're an old school fan of Ragnarok, this is your best adaptation of the PC experience on mobile. Number 15 goes to Ragnarok M Eternal Love. Speaking of mobile games that play like PC titles, number 14 goes to Rangers Oblivion. So this is a very easy title to recommend. Do you like Monster Hunter World? Do you like Dauntless? Do you wish you could play something like that on your mobile phone? Rangers Oblivion is the title that you're looking for, and I know this is a very big deal for most people. There is no autoplay in this game whatsoever when it comes to combat. All of the behemoths that you have to take down have to be taken down manually by you. So number 14, Rangers Oblivion. And number 13 goes to Forge Fantasy. Have you ever wanted to play a cover-based Gears of War style mobile game, but instead of guns you wanted to use staffs and swords and fireballs and goblins? Here you go, Forge Fantasy. That's it, pretty straightforward. Coming in at number 12, Axe Alliance vs. Empire. Now, this is more of your traditional mobile MMO where most of your gameplay will be automated. However, the Endless Tower mode, PvP, and raiding is manual gameplay only. So there is a nice mix between passive and active gameplay. Also, I think this is one of the better looking mobile MMOs graphically. The combat animations are amazing. Also, the character designs as well as the costumes are extremely well done. So if you're looking for a mobile MMO that's more traditional, I definitely think Axe should be at the top of your list. And one feature that really sets this game apart from all other mobile MMOs that I've played is the inclusion of open world PvP. The open world PvP has a ton of quality of life features as well as anti-griefing measures as well. So if that sounds like something you'd be into, give it a try. Axe Alliance vs. Empire at number 12. Number 11 goes to Ion Legions of War. Now, do keep in mind, this is not a PC to mobile port of the original PC MMO. This is a totally different thing. It's a hero collector set in the Ion universe. This game didn't really stick with me, but not because of anything bad it did. It had fantastic graphics. It had all the trappings of a hero collector that you want: campaign, story, PvP, guilds, raids, all of that. It just didn't really grab me aesthetically. I wasn't really invested in the world, but if you are a fan of Ion and you like hero collectors, I think this is a fantastic title. Like I said, I can't actually say anything bad about this game. So Ion Legions of War coming in at number 11. Starting off the top 10 is Revolve 8. So I have a very special place in my heart for Clash Royale games. I love the Clash Royale gameplay formula. I just don't like Clash Royale. So if you're like me and you want to play that gameplay flow, but you prefer landscape to portrait and you prefer anime to cartoony graphics, Revolve 8 is absolutely your game. Number 9 goes to Era of Legends, a game that I consider the best mobile MMO release in 2019 thus far. It does follow your very familiar mobile MMO tropes where all of the overworld actions are done via autoplay. However, PvP and dungeons are manual gameplay only. But the thing that really sets this game apart is the fact that it rips off World of Warcraft so well. Are you really making that as a positive, FG? Yes, I am. This game doesn't feel like a bootleg World of Warcraft. This feels like Blizzard made a mobile game when it comes to the graphics. Now, combat, in my opinion, I feel like there's a little bit more work to be done. I didn't really feel the impactfulness or the meatiness of my spells and attacks, but the dungeons, the bosses, the raid mechanics, I thought, I was like, wow. I really feel like I'm playing World of Warcraft on my phone. So give it a try. Era of Legends at number 9. Coming in at number 8 is Final Blade, probably the only good Eastern themed hero collector that I know of. So if you're looking for a hero collector that uses weapons like katanas and fans and nunchucks and fist weapons, Final Blade is definitely your game. This one has some really creative character designs. Just recently they released a character which is a husband and wife combo, but they're just one character, but they fight together and the lady turns into a snake. It's crazy. It's crazy. Also, this game has platform-based raiding, which is just wild. You have to see it. Also, the game has PvP in a 3v3 format that looks like a fighting game. A ton of content in this game, very unique. You definitely want to give this one a try. Final Blade coming in at number 8. Coming in at number 7 is Raid Shadow Legends. Now, I know there's a ton of people out there that don't like the fact that most hero collectors focus in on anime and fan service and jiggly bits, and they're looking for a hero collector that's more grounded in a fantasy realism, so to speak, like games that look like Dragon Age. Raid Shadow Legends is definitely your title. I was very impressed with the graphics, the character selection, as well as all of the gameplay modes that are currently in this game. Also, as of late, this game has been dropping some mega patches filled with content and quality of life features, which I always like to see. So if you're in that camp and you're looking for a game that's more grounded in fantasy realism, definitely give Raid Shadow Legends a try. Coming in at number 7. Coming in at number 6 is Skylanders Ring of Heroes. Now, this is a very easy game to describe. Basically, this is Summoners Wars with a Skylander skin on top of it and brought to you by the same exact development team. So if you're into Summoners Wars and you're looking for something a little different, definitely give Skylanders a try. However, if you have never played Summoners Wars before, do know that Summoners Wars is still one of the most played hero collectors on the market, even though it is years old. There are still hundreds, if not thousands, of hero collectors that have tried to copy the formula from Summoners War, so they're definitely doing something right. But I would still recommend playing Skylanders because, number 1, the graphics are a little better, and since the game isn't as old, you won't be as far behind. So Skylanders Ring of Heroes comes in at number 6. And here we are in the top 5, ladies and gentlemen, starting off with El Chronicle, the little hero collector that could. Now, this is absolutely a sleeper hit. This game just absolutely oozes with production value. I was so taken aback when I learned that every single character in this game has their own theme music, and some of that theme music has vocals. I was like, are you serious? So that should just be like a preview of how much time and care they put into this game. The only negative I can say about this game at the moment is the game does feel a little empty, but that's something that can easily be fixed by basically saying, hey everybody, this is a good game, go play it. I just said it, there you go. El Chronicle number 5. And number 4 goes to Evertale, a full-blown JRPG Pokemon-style adventure with over 30 hours of gameplay. I would say some cliche characters, but a very interesting story, amazing soundtrack, and pretty decent graphics for the low price of 50 cents to 99 cents. And that's something that definitely needs to be called out because let's be honest, 50 cents for 30 hours of gameplay is nothing. However, the game still does have a paid gacha. So even though I totally recognize that 50 cents for 30 hours is a very good trade, if you have a paid gacha, did you really need my 50 cents? It's a weird conundrum. However, it does not take away from the experience of this title. I've been playing the heck out of it, so highly recommended Evertale at number 4. Haha, I tricked you. You thought this was gonna be number 1. Number 3 goes to Brown Dust, a game that I've been playing every single day since global launch, a game that is deep in my rotation. The game is playing in the background right now as I record this video. However, that doesn't make it number 1. The game does have some shortcomings, including the combat system that a lot of people have pointed out. The graphics on the sprites could be a bit more high quality. Why don't they have a few frames of animation at least to make the combat look a little better? I totally understand and I totally get it. Also, the day-to-day combat is a little passive for some people's taste. Once again, these are just very valid criticisms that I've seen out there and I 100% agree. However, the tactical satisfaction that I get out of Brown Dust, in my opinion, just outweighs all of the negatives. Let me give you guys a quick example. If you play most hero collectors and you get destroyed, you get absolutely wiped by a stage, you know at that point you're just not strong enough. However, in Brown Dust, that's not always the case. I can fight a stage in Brown Dust, get absolutely destroyed, wiped, like it looked like I didn't have a prayer in the world. I can go back, slightly tweak my lineup, slightly tweak my formation. I can go back to that same exact stage and wipe it like I never had a problem in the world. And I really like that tactical satisfaction when I play Brown Dust. So in my opinion, I still think it's a fantastic game. I highly recommend people try it at least. Don't judge it by videos. Don't judge it by screenshots. Play it yourself. Brown Dust at number 3. And number 2 goes to Landgrisser, a strategy grid-based combat RPG hero collector that would not look out of place on a console. Amazing graphics, cool characters, a retro modern soundtrack, full voice acting on the main story. I mean, this game ticks all of the boxes, including being extremely grindy. So the day-to-day grind, the mandatory grind in Landgrisser is a little excessive in my opinion. This game burned out my entire Discord, including myself, and I play games for a living, all right? And I couldn't keep up. So I think they need to do a little bit more work on the day-to-day grind. They've already done a few quality of life passes on the day-to-day grind. Hopefully they continue on because this is a really good game. It'd be a shame if this game didn't get the accolades it deserved because it burned out its entire player base. However, all that being said, the quality and the production value of this game cannot be ignored. Landgrisser at number 2. And of course, coming in at number 1, another Eden, a full-blown JRPG experience brought to you by the original creators of Chrono Trigger, ladies and gentlemen. A memorable cast of characters, cool soundtrack, amazing story, even the side quests are worth reading. That's something that doesn't really happen a lot for me when it comes to JRPGs. This game is constantly updated with new characters as well as side stories, and the game is absolutely free. The gacha is 100% optional, and it doesn't even pop up again outside of the tutorial. So without question, in my opinion, Another Eden is the number 1 game released in 2019 thus far. So that will do it. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, once again, my name is FG3000, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.